podcast. What is this?
A conversation about gateway tapes and astral projection.
Sorry. Just random conversations. Right.
I was saying that it's all just intuition based, right? So CIA studied astral projection because, guessing here, it'd be really useful for surveillance and espionage if you could, I don't know, just find out how many nukes the Russians have or some shit.
That'd be cool.
Right? But of course the issue is it's all intuition based, so, well, yes, they could give you an answer of how many nukes the Russians have, it'd be a made up bullshit number that is whatever their subconscious thought was most likely.
That would just might be accurate.
It might be accurate, but it also might not be.
I think the way I think of it is it's the same as the, you remember that incident that you had with a leaf where you were just sitting there listening and we were missing an object and you're like, okay, I'm going to let the universe tell me where the object is. And you look down and the leaf was pointing in a certain direction. You're like, oh, I'll just go in that direction. And then you looked for it. And then some other, was it like a whole bunch of leaves of different, like...
Various different leaves, twigs, I think, I don't know.
But they would all, like, point in a direction. You were like, okay, well, I'll try that one. All right, there's the next one. And it's like, it was not like Goose Chase, but a...
It was literally me bouncing around the yard.
Right, but you following different signals or whatever, or your brain going, okay, I'll try that one based off this input, and I'll try this one based off this input, and it ended up leading you right to it.
Right.
And so...
Of course, it might just be, like, you know, I was bound to find it eventually.
Well, yes, that's true, and there's always the idea of coincidence or whatever, just randomness, but I'd like to believe that the idea of becoming more in tune with it makes it so that you maybe don't have to bounce around so much, or that the bouncing around like a spiral is an actual pathway that leads you straight to it.
It's more direct, it's more coordinated.
Well, no, because a spiral is not more direct. But it's important sometimes to go on the spiral to pick up lessons along the way. It's like a game. You play the game so that you can pick up little health points and magic points and stuff, and have entertaining games so that you don't just... No one plays a game just to get to the end.
Okay, speedrunners have some issues with what you just said, but alright.
They want to go through it fast, but they still don't just jump to the end of the game.
Right.
That would be boring.
I've had instances, there's some games, I think it's starting to become more common nowadays, where...
Maybe you jump to the end and then play the game. I don't know.
Where the ending, like for like story-based games, it's starting to become a thing where the ending you get, if you're just playing to get to the end, is not a great ending. Like, there's issues with either moral or ethical or just very unsatisfying. But if you play the game to interact with the environment, you can unlock much more exciting endings.
Nice.
Which I think is rather clever.
That is rather clever, yeah.
Like, you speedrun the game, get fucked. You actually enjoy the game, okay, we'll give you a nice...
Add to your life. And that's like real life, too.
And then there's...
If you take the time to enjoy life, you end up having a much better ending. In a way, I like some of the endings, like a lot of story. I like the movies and shows where you get to see the end, and then you watch the show to see how they got there. And often, I will actually end up doing that. I will look at the last page of a book, or I will look at the, what do you call it?
Last chapter? Episode?
Last episode, right. The last 5 minutes. Especially if the show's starting to get boring. I'm like, do I want to sit through it to get... I need to know if it's going to be a crappy ending, I do not want to sit through 6 hours of crap to get to a crappy ending. But if it's a great ending, then sometimes I will sit through 6 hours of crap just to find out how they got to the great ending.
I do find that style of show kind of interesting, where it's like, and a lot of shows they'll do this like for 1 or 2 episodes. They'll do this as like their that episode's thing, where it's like interesting situation 6 hours earlier.
Yeah.
But some shows will do like 6 months earlier or 6 years earlier and some shit. It's like,
and then
you may be wondering how I got myself in this situation. Well, I'll start 6 years ago.
Yeah. I like those, though. And I don't mind if they jump. It's like, because they're important moments in your earlier part of your life that were...
The hook.
Right. Well, not just a hook, but it's, there were important moments in your life that were not transitional, nodes.
Mm-hmm.
You were one time telling me the concept of in time travel where there's a lot of details that are unnecessary, but then there's small, insignificant moments that are pivotal.
Yeah.
I was going back to, I didn't even get to finish my thought, the idea of the instinct, like all the stuff, the spiritual stuff and the listening stuff. I believe that when you hone in on your instinct, it doesn't necessarily make you get there faster, but the line becomes a little bit more clear. It becomes more like a neon layering.
You can see the threads, but it doesn't allow you to change the threads necessarily.
I mean, depends on your level. Like, I think the higher mastery, you can change the threads, but it's more like it doesn't make you get there faster. It just makes it so that you can walk there faster, but it's still a long route. You still have to go. You can't just jump the maze.
Right.
Although you can walk the maze faster. There's a story in life where, I don't remember the story, but the essence behind it was you go through the maze and there are things in the maze that when you touch it, you get stuck back in the center. But every time you go through it just a little bit faster than before, all the beginning stuff, because you already know that section. You can just go through it. Oh, it's like Groundhog Day. That concept.
Well, okay, so Groundhog Day didn't actually go through it faster each time.
He didn't go through it faster, but it made it easier. So by the time he went to the final route, it was all just ease. It was just complete smoothness. And so, like, I experience this sometimes when I'm going in the flow. So, even though I have ADD or whatever, I notice that there are certain days where when I wake up and there's nothing, if nothing's like derails me, then I'll be going along and I'll go, okay, what do I need to do? And even if there's like 50,000 things, I'll maybe spend 5 minutes on this one, but then I'll get sidetracked over to 5 minutes of this one, but then I'll get sidetracked to 5 minutes over this one. But the flow is really smooth and it's constantly getting something done. And each of those things, that even if I only spend 30 seconds on or a minute on, I get a definite 30 seconds further. I get a definite minute further smoothly. And there is no spending an hour to do 5 minutes of something. It is 3 minutes, 30 seconds intense furthering of each little thing that I do until you derail me. And then when you derail me, I'm like, and then I get lost again, and then it takes an hour again. But when I'm in the flow, I can switch. I can do 40 different tasks and get 30 seconds further on each of them. And I think a lot of what all this training in theory is supposed to do is to make it so you get derailed less. Or when a derailment occurs, you can hop over it. Or step over it. And instead of a wall, it's a... You just step over it. I'd like to believe that. I noticed after we did the Tony Robbins session, when we had some things that would derail us completely previously to that,
I have better tools.
Yeah.
Better tools, better state.
But that doesn't say better state. It was better, easier to get back to the state we wanted to get to. Still took a lot of work.
So at which point you're not even seeing threads or having better intuition. It's just more allowance of flow in life.
When something that would have previously stopped you, you dissolve it faster, you can flow through it.
Resolve it faster.
It's the idea that some people say that a wall, when you think of the atoms and how much space there is between atoms. Huh? What?
It's mostly empty space.
Mostly empty space, and so it's just a matter of learning how to put your hand through the empty space.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's the reason why in Dune the shield, how to penetrate the shield is slowly just sifting through the empty space. Deceiving the shield. So it lets you in, it doesn't realize that you're an enemy. That's the reason why slow is always better. You want to get somebody to do what you want. You don't jerk them, you don't force them, you just slowly have them transition. I'm a taffy kind of person. Anybody can get me to do anything they want as long as they're willing to have enough patience and perseverance and persistence and slowness and subtlety and charm. And that's true for all of humanity. Yeah. If only I could get you to remember this and could have taught you this when you were an infant. If you want to control people, stop trying to control them and invite them. Have you learned that lesson yet?
Maybe. It's debatable.
It's debatable. Oh, I see. I need to send a thank you to the NAS team. And get a name, everybody's name, and write the name down and say thank you to so and so. I think there were like 6 people that ended up helping me. Only took a week. But they all helped me get there consistently, and now it's done. And I'd like to send them a thank you for having put that with me. You know, that is something that you are teaching me to do.
Say thank you.
Yes. For somebody who used to never appreciate anything, you're the one who's teaching me how to express.
Of course, you have to express appreciation if you don't appreciate it.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
I suddenly see the bullshit in my sentence.
What was the sentence you said?
You have to express appreciation even if you aren't appreciative.
Well, a lot of people do that.
Right. And so there's issues with that too. If somebody does something nice for you that you want them to do again, or want them to do for others, expression appreciation for them trains their model to be more likely to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming, of course, that they like getting encouragements and gratitude and compliments, and most people do like getting this.
It's ingrained in our biometrics. so often, like the word biometrics, that's not the word I wanted. But my brain said, I don't have no idea where I can't find the word that you wanted because the room's too messy in your brain, but this will work, so go ahead and use it.
The detokenization fails, but this is close enough. Some part of it's in roughly the right dimension.
I'm in awe that I function in this house because I am somebody who needs extreme order. But the irony was that was the only way I could get my extreme order for years, was to have it be so messy that she refused to clean it and disrupt my order.
Mm.
And then things would actually stay put.
Mm.
Either that or if I have infinite amount of money so that I can relax enough to do the cleaning myself.
Seems like a good solution. Let's do it.
Money, 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 baby. Alright. Cool?
Still eating. Fun conversation. Thank you.
Tell us your world order. So often in these talks, these things that we create for other people, I want to just afterwards or in the video just have this long quiet moment. I wish in conversations with people there was more allowing for silence. Our brains are such, not adrenaline junkies, but stimulation junkies. A lot of tension here. Oh, here too. Here. Step that. Oh, there. I want to learn how to do what that guy does. Epigenetics, or whatever he called it.
Epi energetics.
Epi-energetics. person's body goes. I want to see that happen when I do that to them. So they're like, what would you do if you become a billionaire? Go take those classes. Go study under these people. I would go work in a bakery for a week, filming the whole process. Oh, shit. They probably wouldn't let me video the whole thing.
They video the whole thing.
But they haven't.
They have.
Huh?
They have.
No, that video, that documentary, that was the first time they ever allowed it to be filmed.
No, it was like 5 years ago.
You think they're filming it now?
I don't know. Fine. You signed up as a production crew to go video
It makes sense that they're filming. I mean, he'll make a lot more money if he has online classes. Wow, it's late.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Yeah, we should do that. Right. Thank you for World for joining our conversation. Subscribe and get some good sleep.